If you're running a youth sports coaching business, this video is for you, as I'm going to take you through the exact strategy that we have been using to grow the Football Fun Factory, the Outdoors Project, Sports School, Soccer HQ, West Ham's Academy of Football, and many more. These strategies that we're using are tried and tested and include website strategy, video marketing, social media, meta advertising, Google advertising, SEO, and more. So stick around and I'm going to take you through it, and I'll work through some of the strategies from beginner to advanced. So first of all, the beginner's strategy. You need to appreciate that although you sell services to children, the parents are the real customers, and this is really key. They pay all the bills, they make the decision about where they send their kids, they are their guardians. Now, all your marketing communications need to be addressed towards the parents, so really consider why parents would send their kids to you and your business. A big mistake I see kids sports businesses making is that they tailor their messaging and content towards the children. Kids haven't got any money. Now, I know it sounds obvious, but you're going to need your social media profiles set up. Now, as an absolute foundation, you should prioritize Facebook and Instagram because the vast majority of adults with children aged 5 and over will be on one of the meta platforms. When it comes to posting on your social media, parents want to see people who they will be sending their kids to spend their time with, aka you. They're placing the center of their whole universe in your protection. So by having images and video of the people their kids will be with, it builds trust and confidence. So don't hide behind your brand. You're going to have to get in front of camera. But what do you say? Many sports coaching businesses struggle with this. What do they actually post about? Now, the simple formula that we use is the 3 P's: pain, proof, and peak. So first of all, pain. Consider the pain points of the customer, which is the parent. I can tell you that they want their kids to make friends, have fun, learn skills, get fit, be strong and active, etc. Sports builds kids' character, it builds resilience, it helps them learn to win, learn to lose, it helps their confidence, it teaches them to communicate and to work part as a team. There really is so much that sports give kids, and you need to help your audience understand how you deliver that. So next up we have proof. This is quite simply your case studies. You can show happy kids or kids who've progressed in a certain direction. For example, with Soccer HQ, they frequently show how their kids have progressed and been signed by professional youth academies. This shows parents that their system works. The Football Fun Factories show their kids running around and having a great time. And the Outdoor Projects shows the various interesting things that they have their kids doing on a daily basis. And then we have peak. This is a little look at behind the scenes, what is going on in the business. That could be a simple video of one of your summer camps in full swing, or the coaches turning up early and getting everything set up. Now, always remember this: prolific beats perfect. Many sports coaching businesses don't even get started with a social media because they're intimidated by other companies who have far more advanced strategies. Now, simply get your phone out, start posting. Slowly, you'll learn what types of content and posts that get the best traction. Think of it like when you started playing sport. You needed to get the practice in to really improve. Nobody is great when they start. So fall in love with that process of continual improvement, not the end product. Don't try and be perfect, be prolific. Next, obviously you're gonna need a website. With your website, again, gear your communication towards parents and think what makes you different. Sports School, for example, caters to kids to give them a feel for a variety of different sports. Soccer HQ is football specific and gives people a clear pathway for development. And the Football Fun Factory is all about removing the competition from football and letting kids just enjoy playing. Now think about what makes you unique, and if you can nail that, you'll cut through all of the marketing noise out there and you'll speak directly to your target customer. I would highly suggest having a booking function embedded within your website, because I've seen too many sports coaching businesses managing bookings via WhatsApp and making notes in paper diaries. Now, this is okay when you get started, when you're small, but when you're working with tens, then hundreds, then thousands of kids, this becomes impossible. So if you want to scale, you need to digitalize your booking process and make it as simple as possible, and you'll save yourself time to then do the other stuff in your business. If you set this up correctly, you'll know exactly who booked what service, you'll capture all the details you need, and everything will be organized so you can focus on your business rather than the admin. So next up is the intermediate. So you've got the social media set up, you're producing content, and you have a great website that speaks to your customer, which is the parent, and highlights your USP, your unique selling proposition. They can book directly through the website, so they have more time to focus on other matters. The next thing you need to set up is email marketing. A large part of marketing is simply letting your target market know that you exist and reminding them of that. It's always easier to sell to people who've already had contact with your business or used your services than somebody who is completely cold. Now, this is where email marketing comes in. Gradually, as you work with more and more people, you should be collecting greater amounts of email addresses, and every email address you collect is another opportunity to resell or upsell, and it's completely free. Consider if you run a kids tennis club, for example, and you have 100 kids signed up for your midweek sessions. Then October school holidays come along and you decide to run a week-long tennis camp. Now, lots of parents struggle to give their kids anything to do in the holidays, and the thought of having their kids having fun all week with friends while learning skills is really, really appealing. So if you've got 100 clients and then send them some email marketing with small offer, I can guarantee you'll get several bookings. Open rates can be around 20%, but obviously the more emails you collect, the more people will open them, and then a proportion of those will take action. You should be setting up email sequences that give people more information about your business, your USPs, how your business answers the customer pain points and promotes wider products or services to continually resell. Consider also having a referral fee or referral scheme, for example. So when someone refers another child, they will get, for example, like a month free or some sort of discount on the products and services that you're running. So next up is meta advertising. Meta advertising has always worked so well for increasing bookings and finding new franchisees for the sports businesses that we work with. For it to be really successful, you want to create sales campaigns with good video assets, videos that you've created, that simply ask for the sale. Your ads should make it really clear what you're promoting. You don't need a fancy funnel. You simply need some great images and video that highlight what you do, for who you do it, and in what area. When you're running meta ads, consider the average lifetime customer value of your client. If a new client signs up, you might receive, say, £30 for month one, but if the average child stays with you for 6 months, the lifetime customer value is actually £180. It may cost you, say, £10 to sign up a new client, but when you look at average lifetime customer value, this is actually a great exchange. In addition to that, every new client you get, the chances are they're going to bring other friends in. So every cold customer that you get via meta advertising is potentially worth, say, £500 to your business, and you need to understand those metrics so you can then understand how much budget it is worthwhile tipping into meta advertising, and you can really understand the return that that gives you. Next up is Google advertising. Google and Meta differ because with Meta ads, we're looking to hook people's interest. They're not using Facebook and Instagram to see your advertising. But with Google, we can target people who are actively looking for kids' sports clubs, holiday camps, birthday party ideas, etc., etc. To be really successful with Google advertising, there's like a whole strategy that needs refining over time, and your website needs to perform well to actually convert those visitors when they land. But to keep this video short and punchy, I won't go into full sort of tactical walkthrough. However, if you want to reach people actively looking for your services, Google and SEO, which I'll come on to next, is unrivaled. And finally, we have the advanced strategy. The only real advanced strategy that you need to consider is search engine optimization. SEO is now larger than just Google, as more and more people are using AI models such as ChatGPT to do research and to get company recommendations. A basic part that you can all achieve yourself without having to hire an expert is to create a Google business profile. Fill it in as much as you physically can and register the business within the location that you're looking to secure new business. This is because SEO for sports coaching businesses is very localized. Google knows when people want a kids sports coaching club, they don't want to travel more than 20 miles. So your location is really important, and you set that through your business profile. profile. Now make sure you get lots of reviews on your business profile, and preferably on something like Trustpilot, like a third-party website as well. The best way to get reviews is to ask for them. It sounds simple, I know, but simply asking for reviews will exponentially increase the amount of reviews that you acquire. Reviews are social proof. So when parents conduct their research to reassure themselves about your credibility and trustworthiness, they should see lots of great things your customers are saying about you. A really easy way to ask for extra reviews is with the email marketing that we discussed in the intermediate section, because you can simply, when somebody's been a client for a couple of months, you can automate an email that pings out to them with a link, says click this link and please leave us a review. And by systemizing that, you're not having to remind yourself constantly to go back and have all of these conversations. It's automated, it's systemized, it frees your brain space for you to improve and grow your business. So regarding your SEO, give yourself a Google search. Search for your business, your name, etc., and see what appears on page 1. If what it says is all good, then fantastic, but if there are some bad things in there, you'll need to work out how to drown this out and push them off page 1 to page 2. You can do this by reaching out to local news outlets and trying to get some coverage. News coverage will rank highly, and it will just push all lower quality content further down the page. Because you're in kids sports coaching, newspapers always like to cover exactly what it is you do, and if you do that, you'll just improve your page 1 coverage. To really boost your SEO and AI search visibility, you'll likely need to speak to an expert and choose wisely, because there are many cowboys and scammers out there. Now, my agency, we help the Football Fun Factory get to #1 right across the country in over 100 locations for football clubs, football holiday camps, football birthday parties, and much, much more. So that's my quick guide on how to grow your youth sports coaching business using digital marketing. You're actually really, really fortunate, as most of the competitors are doing this incredibly badly. And by applying what I've shown you above, you'll soon be vastly oversubscribed. I can promise you that. Get everything systemized, systemize your content, get your ads running. They can run while you sleep. Your Google ads can run while you sleep. Your SEO can work for you whilst you sleep. Email marketing sequences are going out to build your reviews, build your credibility, and it can all work within an ecosystem. So the only thing you have to do on a day-by-day, a week-by-week basis is that social media churn. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you found that helpful, and if you'd like us to work on some of that stuff for you, email us at info@lilacjames.com, and we'll see you next time.